It's a brand new week for the Eagles, and the last chance for the Philadelphia Eagles to get their act together before they get a chance to go into the playoffs and compete for the Super Bowl championship. But before the Eagles can move forward, we got to take a look backward and figure out what went wrong and just what's going on with the defense. Defensive coordinator Matt Patricia spoke with the media today.
Well, we'll dive right into it. I mean, obviously, not good enough here of a performance this past weekend. That falls on me. I got to do a better job of getting our guys, in positions to help us win. That's first and foremost. And I do want to give Coach Gannon credit. They did a great job of game planning. I think, the offensive staff, Arizona really had some great schemes and ideas and got us into some different sets and looks, adjustments, both in coverage and front, and really did an outstanding job of taking advantage of those situations. So, those are things that I got to focus on and make sure that we get fixed and corrected, which we will. Our guys, they play really hard. They're out in the field competing, and it's up to us as coaches to get them in a situation where they can go out and perform.
Now, the Eagles' pass defense hasn't been the greatest all season, but the one thing that this Philadelphia Eagles defense could do was rely on its run defense. But lately, the run defense has been porous at best and has been giving up yards after yards after yards to team after team after team. And so Matt Patricia talked today about that run defense.
The run game is going to be the first and foremost place where we got to start. I think, they did a good job of using a lot of runs that have caused issues, for us that, we're going back and making sure that we have those tightened up and fixed from that standpoint. Run fits are a big part of defense and really, someplace you want to start from a defensive philosophy standpoint to make sure that you can stop the run. I think it's critical at this time of the year. And, no different than the other side of the ball that's trying to run the ball. We've got to be able to stop it on defense, and that's got to be our focus from that end to get that, handled. And they did a good job. There's some good scheme stuff in there that they hit us with that, would be good for us. It was good for us to see now, and that we can go forward and make sure that we have it tightened up as we move forward here. So
now, there's no easy fix on this defense. The Philadelphia Eagles realistically have played every combination they could in the defensive backfield. They've almost played every defensive player that they've had at their disposal this entire year, even calling guys up off of the practice squad, even our latest linebacker and Ben Van Sumeren. All right. So this has been the Philadelphia Eagles team that's had issues with personnel on defense for almost half the year, if not longer than that. It's not a Sean Desai issue. He was made to be a scapegoat. Really, it's a personnel issue. And really, it's a Howie Roseman issue. All right. Now, how some of these players manage and how some of these players turn out, you never know. All right. But they took a gamble on bringing back a James Bradbury. They took a gamble on bringing back Darius Slay. Now, maybe Darius Slay is working out. Big play Slay. All right. Respect. But Bradbury, we see how that's working out. It's not working out very good. All right. We try to see what's going on with Nakobe Dean. Now, the jury's still out on exactly who Nakobe Dean is and what kind of a player he'll be. But right now, he's been battling injuries. 2 of them this year that put him out. All right. So right now, he's got a little tag on him, man. All right. Being as though he's getting to be a little bit injury prone. A little smaller guy. All right. He's got to take on some big giant linemen down there in the middle of the football field. So that definitely could be affecting, some of his durability while he's out there. We're not getting what we thought we were going to get from Jordan Davis on the defensive line right now, unfortunately. Jordan Davis has got to get himself in shape. All right. It's just plain and simple. All right. Clear as day, you can see it in one of Baldy's breakdown. Check him out on Philly Eagles podcast.
Jordan Davis is out of shape. Like, I don't know what they find him, Zach. You're in there every day. Like, I don't know what they find him every week, but I got to believe he's getting money taken from him. He's overweight, and it shows. Like, he's not pursuing the football. He's nothing in the pass rush. So that's one. So if he's going to play with that effort and be overweight like that, then you say, okay, well, they're a man short in the rotation. Fletcher's playing too much. Because he's not effective right now. They need another guy inside in their defensive tackle rotation. I'm not sure why he keeps dressing. He's been ineffective.
Wow.
When the plays are going on, he is basically walking on the field. It's bad effort. But guys are getting blacked right.
Now, offensively, this Philadelphia Eagles football team has got to find its mojo, all right? We're not quite sure what's been going on with the offense. It seems like it's been an issue with play calling, and it's been an issue with execution. There's also been an issue with turning the football over, all right? But last week, there was an issue with play calling, and most people want to know, we all want to know, just what was happening on that last possession when the Eagles got a penalty and it made it 1st and 20 and they went 2 straight quarterback runs and then a bubble screen on 3rd and 20. Brian Johnson spoke with the media today.
Second and 16, you mentioned clock management in terms of perhaps yielding a longer third down with a run in that situation. How much rebalancing the clock versus gaining substantial yardage there to make a easier third down?
Yeah, it's both, right? I mean, that was a play we've run over the last couple of weeks for some really explosive runs. It was at a 15-yarder, had a 10-yarder earlier in the game on a very similar play. So that one, with those guys in that situation, 2nd and 16, you try to catch them off guard playing with a second and pass call and see if you can pop one and get some yardage to get you into a safe spot to where you can go be super aggressive on 3rd down once you're in comfortable field goal range. And, we ended up losing 4, and that kind of just changed the mode and the mindset for the 3rd down play.
Also what's been a problem is, for the life of me, I cannot understand why we cannot design plays for AJ why we cannot get AJ Brown the ball in space. One catch in the second half of the game, last game, all right, is unacceptable, all right? Now, the offense necessarily wasn't exactly the problem as to why the Philadelphia Eagles was not able to seize a victory against the Arizona Cardinals, okay? We know it was the defense, but still, what is going on with AJ Brown and the targets? Last week, we criticized the Dallas Cowboys for not getting CeeDee Lamb the ball in the second half, as he had a great first half and then he disappeared in the second half. And today with AJ, or Sunday with AJ, again, decent first half and then 1 catch in the second half. But you see what the Dallas Cowboys did when they played the Detroit Lions, all right? CeeDee Lamb had 13 catches with 26 yards. All right. That's what you do. You feed your guy. You don't let teams take away your guy. AJ can line up outside. He can line up inside. He can line up in the Z. He can line up in the X. He can line up in the backfield. All right. We need to find ways to get AJ Brown the ball. We need to find ways to be more creative with the ball. And Brian Johnson was asked just that.
Why wasn't AJ more involved in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't run a whole bunch of plays. He had, I don't know, I guess 1 catch. Yeah, so he had 1 catch in the second half. I don't remember exactly every single pass that we ran in the second half. But AJ's a great player, and we gotta force him the ball sometimes and make sure to get him going. Yeah, I mean, AJ's a fantastic player, and he demands a lot of attention defensively. He's had a fantastic year to this point. I think he's still on pace to have, a career year. So AJ is somebody that obviously everybody in this building has a lot of trust, a lot of respect for. And we got to do a great job of getting the ball. I have to do a great job of getting him the ball.
I don't know where this Philadelphia Eagles team is going. This Philadelphia Eagles team has got to figure out how to rebound and how to get themselves together and play a New York Giants team and try to get some things in order for them to be ready to go and play against whoever they might face in the next round in the playoffs. But this team right here has got to figure out a way to come together and play as a team. They've been searching all year to try to figure out how to play their best team ball. All year, I've not heard them one time say that they played a complete game on offense and on defense. Can this be the time that the Eagles are able to get a complete game before they head into the playoffs? Should the Philadelphia Eagles even play their starters if there's nothing worth them moving up and getting out of the 5th seed? All right, because from what I can tell, This Philadelphia Eagles football team needs every advantage it can get, all right? And there's a fine line on, do we rest these guys or do we get these guys more work? Unfortunately, it looks like they need some work, all right? So we're going to have to figure out if we can get this run game, this defensive run game shored up, because I'm going to tell you what, if we can't fix the run game, it's going to be a one and done in the playoffs, period. And somebody's going to have to pay for what happened to this team this season. There's going to be some changes, and that's for sure. I'm your boy TK the Official. This has been TK Sports Talk. Go Birds.